I've become more and more aware of how scared to death men are of women today. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe. I put out videos every week, and hit the like button if you want to see more. And again, I'm not saying that it's not dangerous, and I'm not saying you need to get into relationships, but it's almost like there's two extremes, and those extremes are widening, and the gulf is becoming very binary. It's like
relationships are complete luck, and nothing I do and none of my will matters.
And that's a dangerous thing, I think, because it's like saying that I'm not going to bother because the safest and easiest thing is just not to try. Like every other guy, we're all on the same page. Everyone is chanting the same thing. Because life's short, why even bother failing? It's much saner, for safety's sake, to be inert, not risk a victory because you're not risking a failure. I just find it a very alien concept not to try because you can fail. And I know it's easier to fail because if you go on autopilot, the risks are almost guaranteed that you'll fail. But if you're not on autopilot, if you exact your will, you have firm standards, you're stubborn, absolutely stubbornly selfish with your standards, with relating to women, you will say no, not a maybe. Remember, your boundaries are a hard no. They're not a,
well, I'd appreciate if you wouldn't do that.
No. F off, or you say this is what I want and this is what I don't want. It's not a bluff. You never bluff with your boundaries. You always side with your boundaries and speak up for them and act in accordance with them because they are your best friend. Now, if you're not going to be best friends with your boundaries and you're not going to speak up for them and you're not going to treat your boundaries like your religion, then of course relationships are luck. Then of course starting a business is luck. Then of course becoming a good artist is luck. But if you have a single-minded will and stubborn determination to abide by those standards, it's less luck. How often have you heard, I make my own luck? And it makes sense. If you're on autopilot, if you're lazy, if you have no standards, if you have no ethics and boundaries, and you just take what's given and you bend to other people's will and the world's will and just go with the tide of where everyone else is going without paddling a bit yourself, then of course everything is luck. Everything is fate. But if you stubbornly paddle against the tide, if you make your own luck, and I'm not saying you won't fail, but if you take rational risks, you're stubborn and determined, and you treat your boundaries and values like a religion that you're insulted if anyone tries to cross them. And it doesn't mean you need to go to the extremes, but it's a firm no. Your boundaries aren't, please don't. Your boundaries are, no. Your boundaries are, I don't care how hot this chick is. If she's a 10 physically, but she's a -10 mentally, it is a hard no, because my life means more than that. Because I've had experience with this, and I'm not going to repeat the same thing and cross my fingers. That's rationality. That's making your own luck. But real luck, real stupid chance, is to date the same train wreck, to date bimbos and expect them to be intelligent. Yeah, you can feel better about yourself because you're smarter and look how dumb this idiot treated me and how she broke my heart. But if you say no to them because you know better, and especially if you've done it before, it is your fault. Do you judge righteously and stand up for your values and what you believe in? Do you have ethics and standards that no one, including yourself, can cross? And because no one can and you stand up for that, you're always rewarded by feeling great afterwards. Because there's a clarity in knowing who you are, because how clear you are on your standards and values and ethics. Then you don't need much luck. Luck only affects your life in a small way, in a very natural way. Like, cancer can come along, people pass away, stuff happens that happens to everyone, stuff that's rationally not in your control. But this stuff is in your control. Love your standards. Think of that as the love of your life. If you need to find the one, then everything you find and everything you do after that will be, or at least might seem, a bit more secure. I hope you understand what I mean by that, but it just struck me at how many guys really believe that dating is just complete luck, 100% luck. Are you effing kidding me? How little do you believe in yourself, and how little can you speak up? Guys, if there's anything about my channels that I try and talk about, is that it's all about you. Not in a solipsistic, the world doesn't exist way, but you can say no, especially to a woman, and you can be civil about it. You don't just accept hot trash. It seems like you look at a lot of the popular male videos today, and the gold standard in women seems to be a hot mess. And it's a way of figuring them out and gaming them and having the lines to say and the slick chess moves, rather than time-tested stoic standards and intelligence by which you conduct yourself with. Like anything in life, you make your luck the more conscious you are about your values and ethics, and the more will you exert through that. But I thought it's very telling where I see guys thinking that everything is luck. You have absolutely no point in exerting any will or trying, because the grave is up ahead for everyone. There's no point. Everything's nihilistic because there's no point to life anyway. But at the same time, they're complaining at the world. Why complain if you actually believe this? The answer is you don't. Subconsciously, you want it to be different. Anyway, I'd be interested to know your thoughts below this video. Share your insights about this, guys, about fear and thinking that especially relationships are luck, like you have no part to play in it other than placing yourself on a date if you're lucky enough to get on one, and if a woman accepts you, and if you're lucky enough to win the lottery of a relationship. Are women in relationships really that powerless? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys, and share your own experiences of what you found out and what worked for you. My voice doesn't always speak to everyone. And please like the video if you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down if you didn't enjoy it. And if you want to say thank you, there are donation links below. I appreciate all you guys on Patreon and PayPal who have donated. It means a lot. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.